Hi guys, happy Friday. So in today's video, we are going upstairs on a landing to redecorate. You'll see what I'm going to do, and I will apologize for the lighting. It was kind of just bad lighting yesterday, but I'm going to post it anyway because I don't want to leave you guys hanging. So we will get into that in just a moment, but I have to tell you what happened last night. I'm telling you, there's never a dull moment around here. Never. So last night we went fishing. We went on the boat, I don't know, sometime after 4 p.m. and we finished fishing roughly around 8. Your girl caught over 15 fish. Just call me Angler Liz. My husband put a worm on. I cast out, and before he even got a worm on his line, I was like, I got one. He's a big one, you know. And so it literally went like that all night. It was just pulling them out. It was crazy. I got all different kinds of fish. Of course, I threw them all back, but it was kind of humorous. And again, I feel bad because I'm very much a girly girl in some areas. I'm afraid of worms. I don't want to touch them. They're slimy. I don't want to touch the fish because they're scaly and slimy, and I don't know, they scare me. I need to get over that fear, but that's just how I am right now. So my poor husband, when he goes fishing, it's like work because I'm pulling him out left and right, and then he's got to get him off the hook. And then sometimes he has to, you know, put bait on for me. Anyway, long story short, my daughter then ended up catching 7 or 8 fish. So between the two of us, we were just reeling them in. And my poor husband barely got to fish. And so I'm not going to do that next time. I literally felt so bad because he was just taking care of us and he didn't even get to do any good fishing. But I took a break so that he could fish, and he was not having any luck. And he was also fishing with different bait than I fish with. And anyway, long story short, after several hours went by and he wasn't catching anything, I said, would you like me to give you a couple suggestions? And do you know what he said to me? He says, Liz, you see, I'm not after the little fish. I'm after the big fish. And I said, oh, really? Really, you're after the big fish, huh? I said, you know what? Your insecurity is showing, my friend. And he said, yeah, well, we like to bicker back and forth. It's hilarious. It's like sling and then another sling, you know, and it was funny. My daughter was sitting there and she was just like, it was like a ping pong match. It was funny. We were being obviously very playful. So once we get home, we all decided to take showers and get our jammies on. And then my daughters were starving. Some of them came home from work and they said, let's go to McDonald's or something. So they ran to McDonald's. And it was late, but they were all starving and nobody wanted to fix dinner. So long story short, we're sitting there in our jammies and our cameras start firing off. Like, you know, our motion action alert start firing. And I see a girl on the camera. So I bring the app up. I see a girl walking around with a big messy bun, you know, on top of her head. You know how teens wear their hair up in a messy bun? My daughters do. And so when I initially saw the camera, I thought, well, my goodness, they got back awfully fast. I thought it was one of my daughters. So I literally sat in my chair, not even thinking about it. But when they didn't come in the door right away like they normally do, I thought that's odd. So and then the camera kept firing videos. And I thought, wait, what is going on out there? So I looked at the videos and there's literally a stranger, 9:49 p.m. at night, you guys, walking all around our front yard, going up to our garage, going up on the deck. And I was like, I told my husband, I jumped out of my chair. I said, some girl is in our front yard walking around. And I'm like, get up. You've got to go find out. What is she doing here? And I'm like, there's a car out there with the light shining right at the front door. Who is this person? So while my husband, he kind of like fell asleep. So he was like kind of all jostled around like, wait, what's going on? And he didn't get up fast enough. And I was in jammies. I didn't want to go out there. And plus I didn't know who it was. You know, you never want to just barge out there because you don't know who these people are, right? So I'm waiting for my husband, and the girl leaves in the car. We're having construction done, so we were like, are they after the tools that were laying? We had saws out there and toolboxes and all that. So we didn't know what they were after, but it looked like they were looking for something. So we called the police, and the police came, and we showed them the footage, and we said, this is the officer saw the footage, and he said, this is highly suspicious. I don't know what they were after. And we thought it was just a girl, but when you zoom in on the photo, it looks like there's a man wearing shorts. You can really only see the bottom of them. And the camera footage was real blurry because it was far away. There was definitely two of them, and what they were after, I don't know. So anyway, we emailed the HOA to let them know that there were some suspicious people walking around our yard at 9:49 p.m. at night. And one of the neighbors emailed back and said that they ended up at their house saying they were looking for something on Facebook Marketplace. That very well could be what happened, but I don't buy it. I just don't buy it, because if you're going to somebody's house to buy something, why not ring the front door? The person never rang the front door, never came up to the front door. They literally were walking all around our yard. Very, very bizarre, and it definitely gave us a very weird feeling. And I was like drawing the curtains last night. You know, it's just, people are getting bold these days, you guys, but I don't buy that story. I don't buy it for 1 second. I just don't. So anyway, that was our excitement last night. Very unnerving, let me tell you. Enough of that. And before we get into the decorating portion, I just want to give you guys a heartfelt thank you for all of your lovely words and comments on my last video. It is hard. It's hard being a YouTube person and experiencing a lot of negativity. It is. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is. But you guys are right. I have to focus on all of you and the wonderful people that make my make my channel successful. And you guys fill my heart. You fill my heart. You fill me with happiness. You motivate me. I love you guys. And I know that seems so weird to say when we have never met face to face. Some of you I have met face to face, but please know when I say that, I mean it from the bottom of my heart, from the very bottom of my heart. And I pray about you guys to God. I pray for people that are going through certain things. I pray for people's happiness. I pray for you guys like you're my besties. And so I just want you to know that. I know it seems weird to some, and I don't say that for views. I don't say that for subscribers. I don't say that for thumbs up. I truly, truly mean it. And I just want you guys to know that. So I love you guys, and thank you. Thank you for the wonderful comments, for being there for me, for understanding. And you guys are the best. I would also like to wish all the fathers out there a wonderful and happy Father's Day this weekend. You all deserve it, and just enjoy your special day. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Alrighty friends, today we are doing a little rearranging. I have moved this mirror down here, and I moved that up here on the landing. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't. It's all up in the air. But I just wanted a change. So let's go up the staircase. And I previously had this little bench here with pillows on it. And yeah, and then the mirror was here. So it was kind of pretty when you'd come up. You could see the trees outside, and I liked the reflective property. We're still going to add a mirror though. So I'm going to push this into place. I'm going to push that back because I just vacuumed. And I don't know, let's try to do something fun here. Now, we do have a decorating challenge. There is no electrical outlet for me to add some pretty lamps. Nada, nothing. So I'm going to have to get creative here. Let's see what I do. So I've just moved this piece into place and I scooted it as far over as I could so that when you come up the staircase, right here, it's sort of centered before you turn the corner and then head up the staircase. Make sense? Now, let's discuss this light. It's, you know what, I really do like this light. It's basically hammered black and it looks like real candles. I don't know if I can zoom in and let you see. It looks like candle wax coming down the candles. I really do like this light, but the problem is there are no electrical outlets in this space. Not here, not on this wall, not over here. So I really want to take some time and find just the right lighting piece that will look not only stylish, but will also add a plethora of light here in this area. And maybe one day I'll get an electrician over here and maybe put an outlet in that corner so that whatever I put here, I can light up. Because my thinking is I'd like to put a mirror because I like the reflective property of looking out these big windows right there that you can see through there. It brings in a lot of light. It's very pretty and I just would love that. I might put my battery operated lamps here. However, I think they're too small in scale. So anyway, let me start bringing, pardon me, some things up here and let's see if they work. Operation bring mirror up the stairs. Let me go get it. Well, gosh darn it. The mirror I had planned to go here is too large. You can see it's hitting the top of the roof line beams. And you can see it's leaning and there's just quite a bit of space right there. So I'm going to try to put it that way and let's see if that looks better. So once you come up the stairs, this is what you see. So that looks definitely better turned sideways and now we can decorate. By the way, construction today, guys, so you're going to hear some banging. Okay, I got the table clean, the mirror clean, and I added these two battery operated lamps from TJ Maxx. And I think they're rather cute. Now, one thing that I thought about is putting these on some pedestals or risers just to elevate them a little. I would love it if they were just, you know, that high up compared to how they are now. But I'm going to see if I can work with these as they are. So as you come up the stairs, this is what you see. So you do have some little lights, the mirror, and this. By the way, we'll have to do an upstairs tour soon. We added these two lights when we first moved in, and I literally love these lights, these chandeliers. They're gorgeous. Okay, I was trying to think of how to add some visual interest and a focal point here on this table, and you guys know I like to layer my pieces. I know some love it, some hate it, but in my house I kind of like it. So I'm going to try to add a, I don't know, arched piece with a yellow wreath. I don't know, let's just try it. Let's try it. If it looks awful, we'll take it away. So my thinking is to add this arched wall piece. It's rustic, it's wood, I just love it. But I'm thinking of adding it right here as my focal point. It'll kind of draw your eye upward. And then I've got a little tack right there. And that is where I plan to hang a wreath that I found at Target. And that will be my textural element. So I've got a reflective piece, a rustic piece, and then a textural piece. This worked out awesome. It just so happens that this goes right in between those two beams, and it also draws your eyes upward. This is more or less just the backdrop with the reflective elements there and then kind of in between. And the gold mirror has some gold edging around it, and these lamps are black and gold. This is rustic, this is rustic. So I think you can mix different elements and it will yield a pretty result. But I would like to warm up this space by adding a textural element, which is my wreath. So let's see if it kind of warms up this whole look. Now this is the wreath that I found at Target, and I'd like to add this up there for summer. I just think it's really pretty. And I want to add warmth. Yes, I definitely like the yellow wreath. You know, like you can see right here, there's a little bit of gold edging there. So the yellow kind of pulls that out nicely. And then these lamps also have the black with the gold. And then this piece right here has various different colors in it. There's yellow and beige and green and blue, and you know, it all kind of looks pretty together, I think. And I'm so sorry the lighting is so dull this morning, but this is sort of what it looks like. Okay, we have a little bit of a balance issue here. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, but right here the ironwork bows out. And so it's sort of presenting a little bit of a problem because I want to have obviously this centered in between these two beams, and the mirror looks off. The mirror's just off. So if I want to center the lamps, it doesn't look right. You guys may not be able to tell, but in person you can definitely notice this. So I'm going to do something I've never done before, and that is to put two lamps side by side. So I'm going to elevate one on a pedestal, have one down below, and balance it out with something over here. Let's try it. So I have this wood pedestal. I'm going to stick this over there in the corner, elevate my lamp on top of it, and then put the other lamp just sitting down on the table. Now I'm going to take this lamp and I'm just going to sit it right beside that lamp. You know what? I kind of like it. It's different. Maybe what I can do is throw a little greenery on here, and let's see what that looks like. All right, I decided just to leave the greenery on that one and leave that one open just so it looks more open and airy. And now I have this piece. I found this at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to stick that right up here. And now I have this piece. I found this at Marshall's on clearance, and I'm going to put this on top of this piece to kind of balance out what's going on over there. And now I'm going to add some garden balls. So I decided to wrap some greenery around this lamp base and this one. Reason being, I just don't like this switch, you know, right here showing. So I just kind of cover it and then drop the greenery. Now, I just shared this tray with you guys that I got at Home Goods. It's wood and it has it's footed and it's got these pretty little decorative feet on the bottom. I'm going to place this right here. And I've got this cute fireside candle. I'm going to take the lid off, set the candle on top of the lid. The lid will sort of act like a little riser, and then I'm going to add some black rocks. Now right here, I have a bag of black rocks, and I'm going to scatter them on top of this tray just around the candle. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but I like how the light kind of glistens on the rocks. And I love this candle. I think it looks super cool. All right, guys, have a fabulous, fabulous weekend, and I will see you next week. Sending you all my love. Mwah. Bye, guys.